Last drive, here it is. Go. Team need to score for the win. 6. Third down, gotta throw it to a woman. Why? Cause it's red. Damn, completion for 10. First defense tweak, they were supposed to be in bed. Make Chicago flag great again. Make Chicago flag great again. Last play, here it is. Team need to score for the win. Touchdown. Damn, watch out for the blitz. Had the flag for the sack, but they missed. Shit. Hail Mary, threw it up, caught the ball, hit a dip, then a spin. That's a touchdown for the win. Go on, do your dance, do your dance. Make Chicago flag great again. 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 Hail Mary, threw it up, caught the ball, hit a dip, then a spin. That's a touchdown for the win. Make Chicago flag great again.
Yeah. We are here. What up, people? Good evening. Welcome to another episode of Make Chicago Flag Great Again. It's your host, Zay, a.k.a. El Magnifico, a.k.a. running ass black dude, a.k.a. Zaviane Smith. I can keep going, but I'm not because it's already late. Shout out to everybody tuning in tonight. We got started late. Quite a few technical difficulties. But we got it together. Can y'all let me know if y'all can hear me? Let me know you can hear, because that was one of the issues for the people that are joining now. Come on, get on up in here. Let's file on in. Let me know if y'all can hear me. Well, I guess if they couldn't, they'd say something about that, right? Yeah, bet. All right, bet. Malcolm, where you at, bro? All right. So yeah, the regular season is over. Shit's crazy. I feel like it was just starting. I feel like we were just at that moment where we were anticipating the flyer coming out saying when the season was going to start. And here we are wrapping up week 8, getting ready for the playoffs this upcoming Sunday. It's just kind of crazy. Time is going by real fast. So let's kick off the show with saying what's up to our sponsors. First up, we got D-Sign with the podcast process. Podcast Process by D-Sign is a hands-on service that offers expertise from an executive producer's point of view. D-Sign offers a free 15-minute consulting service to align your vision with the services he can offer. You see the work he does as the executive producer of Make Chicago Flag Great Again. His channel of podcasts like The Players Pit, and he even wrote a book on the podcast process. Follow the page on Instagram at _podcast process. Eye Level to Sky Level by Brandon offers anything audio visual. The mastermind behind Mic'd Up brings the creativity of capturing your vision on camera from ground level to the skies. Live events like sporting events, celebrations like prom send-offs, weddings, proposals, parties. He even offers drone photography, and the capabilities become as endless as your imagination on what you can capture. Follow the page on Instagram at EL2SL. Slight Customs Custom Shop by Angel. You guys see the work that she's done. Anything from t-shirts, sweatshirts, sweatpants, sweatshorts, socks, hoodies, jackets, blazers, vests, sweater vests, denim, cups, backpacks, hats, etc., etc. Anything customized, hit up Angel with the Slight Customs Custom Shop. You guys have seen the work that she's done, taking care of Lady Players of the Week, the Lady MVPs of the season. Slight Customs Custom Shop for all your custom needs. Just Lana Designs and Events offers custom apparel for birthdays, bachelor parties, and even sports teams. But she loves event planning and decor. She will bring your vision to life. The goal of Just Lana Designs is to make even the simplest gesture special. So don't wait to celebrate yourself or your loved ones in a significant way. Just Lana is here to help. We make moments memorable. Forgotten Kings and Queens by Malcolm. Forgotten Kings and Queens is also a customized apparel, custom line. He makes apparel for both kings and queens. It could be anything from t-shirts, sweatshirts, sweatpants, sweatshorts, sweatshirts, hoodies, jackets, blazers, etc., etc. Forgotten Kings and Queens for your customized apparel. Somebody Daddy by Jess. It's that time of year. Father's Day is Sunday. June 16th. Get somebody daddy a shirt. Jess is, I want to say today was the last day for the sale. She's wrapping up a lot of those orders now. I've been seeing them going out. And just wanted to say I appreciate you guys for reaching out and putting those orders in. I see the productivity she's had to deal with since we announced the sale going. So shout out to y'all on supporting. And get somebody daddy a shirt. You know, the sale is over, but they're still on sale. So get somebody daddy a shirt. ZSPN is my own brand, my own way of trying my hand at the camera and my creative space of creating this podcast, creating the highlight tapes that I've been making from the games. You guys have been reaching out. I've been recording some of your games, and I've actually had the experience to venture out and film a different kind of show this past week. It was a burlesque show. Somebody, had me pull up and be a videographer for that, and that was an interesting experience. So, appreciate y'all for supporting. Keep supporting, and I'm gonna keep trying to develop and put new things out to keep you guys entertained from my perspective. So, follow the page on Instagram at ZSPN Sports. A little something I'm gonna try to do different. I'm gonna give you guys some space. Let's get some back and forth here. Random Q&A. We wrapped up week 8. What are some questions that you guys might want to ask? It could be controversial. It could be, what's my opinion on something. But I'm gonna give y'all the space to ask some questions on what you thought about the season. What questions you might want to know about certain teams, certain players, things like that. Just throw your questions out. And while y'all are formulating these questions, I'm gonna be stopping in the midst of recapping this week 8 to answer some of those questions. So just to get started, at 9 o'clock, we had Playmakers versus Boom. Boom pretty much, what's Boom record? 5-3. Boom is in the playoffs. Yeah, Boom is 5-3. Playmakers, they haven't won a game this season. 0-8. This was a game that Boom just needed to close the season out, secure their spot in the playoffs. So they weren't one of the teams, wondering on points allowed and things like that. So they pretty much just got Playmakers out the way. This was a routine game. Oh, this is a good one right here. Have you heard anything about the website being updated or made better for next season? I have not, but that shit needs to happen. The scores from week 8 not even up. The standings not right. The stats are weird. You can't even just if you don't know what jersey somebody wears on a certain team, you can't just look and see who is that. I definitely miss what we changed from being able to go through the pages, seeing who's leading and what, seeing what your teammates doing, and it made things easier on me doing the show to compile all of the stats and things like that. But now it's just tough because of the platform. But I have not heard anything. Hopefully, we paying all this money. Either something get cheaper or, you know what I'm saying? They need to make something happen because it's not making sense. We paying the same amount and getting less amenities. So, I definitely hope Joey addresses this soon. Sports Center taking a real L. Yeah. Back to Boom getting Playmakers out the way. That's, not really back to it. There's nothing really to discuss. Boom did what they had to do at 9 o'clock, and they got them out of here. And again, I don't really have scores. I'm just going off of who's winning these games. Also at 9 o'clock, we had Hard to Guard and High Speed. And High Speed won this game, huh?
No,
Hard to Guard won this one?
Yes.
Okay. So that brings Hard to Guard. Well, Hard to Guard really isn't even in playoff contention. They finished 3-5. That's not enough to get you in the playoffs. And really, High Speed finished 2-6. So they were pretty much playing to keep the other out, to keep themselves out, being at the bottom of the division. So they were just playing not to be in last place. Hard to Guard, I'm kind of surprised at the season they had. I didn't think it would have been 3-5 when I looked at this division. You know, with the crossover games that they had and with the teams in this division, I think that's really they underperformed all season. There you go. Wow. Woo. Yeah, so the Conqueror definitely isn't somebody that plays. Because if you play and you paying this money, you upset that you don't have the amenities. Doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to
We
tell you.
we get a new
players,
we
bro.
get a new clue every week.
I'm trying to tell you, players.
Just fuck around and be Joey. Joey got his burner up. So yeah, Hard to Guard definitely had a underperforming season, and you know they'll say that I'm biased to Big Tuck, but you know Big Tuck ain't really performing good enough to win these games. So you know I know I picked y'all to win a couple of them, and y'all dropped them, and I ain't really hear y'all hitting me up saying I picked y'all and I was wrong, but. 3-5 and 2-6. These are not two playoff teams, so we're gonna go ahead and move forward. Hopefully, Hard to Guard, being a vet team, bounces back, and hopefully, High Speed figures things out next season. It looked like they started improving, but it wasn't enough to win these games. But they are definitely playing a little better. Family and Mob Ties. Now, this game was pretty interesting. It was at 10 a.m. Kenny and Mob Ties were 3-4 coming into the week. Family was 4-3 coming into the week. First season, Kenny went to quarterback, not counting indoor. Kenny got the job done. This was I want to say it was back and forth for the most part throughout the entire game. So just to fast forward to late, I want to point this out too. Dre rushed. He played both sides of the ball the entire game, and for a first season quarterback, Kenny stepped up to the plate. Dre kind of pressured him a little bit to begin the game, but he settled down and he played a good game. He really applied pressure. But yeah, this game here, we gonna get to this. The fix was in business because I watched this game and fast forward to it's 14-14. Clock is winding down. It's getting late in the game. It's a few minutes left. Mob Ties has the ball and is driving, and their family is about to blitz. So Mob Ties has their receivers, touching, so to try to create, that outside lane. But in the midst of this, they leave a gap. So you got two ladies or two receivers touching the center, and then you got the center, and then it's a gap. And then I want to say 2 or 3 more receivers. But this receiver by the center just got their arm out, but they are not touching anybody. They just got their arm out. To the refs, it looks like they're touching. So they say outside lane. I don't know if they said it or not, but Dre timed the snap, took off when they snapped the ball, intercepted the snap, and got to running it back. But the whistle's blowing. June blows a whistle, throws a flag. Now the refs got to talk about it. The first issue was Dre going down the middle. They was like, were people touching? If you guys watch this game on YouTube, you can see Ricky and the other refs talking about it, confirming what happened. And Ricky's like, yeah, they were all touching. We're going to go with that. Illegal rush. But, having more conversation, June, one of the refs said Dre was also offsides. That's how he jumped the snap. I don't know, but it happened. That was the conversation on the field. There was a lot of controversy behind it. And if I'm the family, it's 14-14. That's the stop that we need. You get the stop, score. Neither team scores for the rest of the game. It goes to overtime, 14-14. But this moment could have put the family up 20-14, and the game could have been over. So they go 2 overtimes, and Mob Ties wins the game. Mob Ties gets the conversion. Family doesn't. Conversions win games. Out of everything that happened, it was a few calls that occurred. Refs, I won't say refs got involved. They made calls that they had to make. Things were happening on the field. Flags were thrown. There's nothing you could really do about it as a player standpoint, but just, I watched the play. I thought Dre, timed it perfect, intercepted the snap, when they made that rule change, in my head, I just dreamed of myself picking off a snap, and Dre did that shit, but they called it off. Uh, what can you say? Family doesn't make the playoffs. Mob ties punches their way in. The other 10 a.m. game is Cartel versus Reckless. And this game was pretty close the entire time. I want to say Reckless was up. We took the lead late. It's not too much to highlight from this one. It was a slow game. I want to say the score was 16-14. It was one of those grinded out games. They applied some pressure. They were up, and we had to go score to take the lead late, and then they didn't have time to score at the end. Matter of fact, no, it went to overtime. We had it late with a minute left, didn't score, and then went to overtime. Controversial. They didn't get their conversion. We went for ours. A flag was thrown. Defensive pass interference. Then we got it at the 1 or whatever. And then on my catch, it was a bang bang play. I feel like I caught it facing the receiver, turned around, landed, and then he knocked it out. Refs called it good, conversion good, game over. That's how we win. Me, I'll take it. I don't make the calls. I thought I caught it, but Cartel wins, stays undefeated on the season. Reckless drops to 5-3. I want to say. Is it 5-3? 6-2. So yeah, that's how the cookie crumbled with that one. Terror Squad versus Legion of Doom. Terror Squad fucks shit up for Legion of Doom. They, could have went 6-2, but this was a curveball thrown into their season. Terror Squad gets their second win. Insignificant for Terror Squad to make the playoffs. And this doesn't necessarily knock Legion of Doom out of the playoffs, but not a game that they were expecting to lose.
Controversial finish in that game too.
It was a controversial finish, but shit happens. I don't think this one is. It shouldn't have been that close for it to be controversial. So you let it be that close. Weird shit can happen. This is why you take care of each possession and do what you got to do. But yeah, we just gonna move on. Re-up and loaded. Loaded wins. Next game, T1T Habibi. T1T and the Habibi. T1T is playing for the 1 seed in a race with the Cartel. Both teams undefeated at this point. They're trying to keep points down at this point. I want to say before this game, Cartel was in the lead by 12 points for the first place. So Cartel has to win 2 games and keep the points low, under 12. Habibi scores 14, I want to say, puts it at 26. So now Cartel has a 26-point cushion. T1T, pretty much, just cruises by Habibi. And Habibi crashed and burned, man. What was it, 4-0?
Yeah, they started out 4-0.
They did the same thing Terror Squad did that other season. Started off with a light first half of the schedule, and then that back end was just backhanding them the entire time. Just 4 straight losses, crash and burn. It's terrible to see how Luby and the gang went out, man. I was excited that they came back, and it was fun to watch. It was fun to see they were in first place, but shit got real fast. And they dropped them 4 games, and at least they scored this week, man. Because they went 2 games last week without scoring. I had secondhand embarrassment for them, but they put up a bit of a fight. I was appreciating that they were scoring because we needed a little cushion too. So shout out to T1T. They wrap up the number 1 overall seed, going 8-0, undefeated. They start off the playoffs with the number 1 seed, and actually they're running it back with Habibi in the first round. So
Nice.
yeah.
Didn't think about that.
I didn't think about it until I just said it. I was like, wait, this matchup is a thing. So, I mean, Habibi got some playing back-to-back weeks. So I don't know how you got a game plan or what you saw from the week before, but, good luck to both teams. Demon Time, Southside Assassins. I'm going to say Southside Assassins won that one. Bad Intentions and the Evil. Evil, evil, evil.
After such a great weekend.
Yeah, you just knew from the weekend that they had the week before that they were going to come out and handle business against a struggling Bad Intentions team that for sure wasn't making the playoffs. Bad Intentions finishes the season after this win with where is it? 2-6, and Evil drops to 3-5 because of this game. If Evil wins this game, they're 4-4. And that's the conversation that you have to make the playoffs. It comes down to points allowed at that point. At least you handle that and do what you got to do so your team can get in the playoffs. But they smoked this game, and they killed their chances of making the playoffs because there won't be any 3-5 teams in the playoffs. So a veteran team coming out. Rambo, showed his ass, and I want to say it was quite a few teams that showed up Sunday and spoiled teams' plans. It was a day of second chances, a humbling day, a day of nah, we ain't on that. So this was one of those games where nah, we ain't on that. Bad Intentions threw a wrench in the Eagles' plans because I'm pretty sure that they were planning the week out. They were going to win this game in barbecue, making the playoffs. They were going to get drunk, and they had that barbecue, but the temperature around it was just a little different because they lost. So yeah, they got to revisit this next season. Right.
Laugh is crazy.
Another game where we just said, fuck what you talking about. Second chances. 420 with as bad of a week that they had last week. This was the total opposite. They upset and I can't even call this. I can't call this an upset because 420 is a team that is very capable of beating the band. They have very close games every time they play. And this kind of scares me getting closer to the playoffs starting because the band was on fire. They had one loss before this, and you just knew that they would close the season out. That they were gonna end 420's chances of getting in the playoffs. They were gonna finish 6-2. 7-1. They would have finished 7-1. Let me make sure this full clip joint. Yeah, they would have finished 7-1, and it got weird for them in this game. 420 did what they had. How close was this? I want to say they won by like 6.
They was going. Bam was going on the score.
Yeah,
On the blitz.
on a blitz. Oh, matter of fact, the two blitzes that I want to say they were 2 for 2 on blitzes. 420 was the first blitz. Scared the shit out of Blake, caught him off guard. He hit Nay in the shoulder, popped up, and they got a pick. And then at the end, another blitz play goes right over Labyrinthia, and it's another pick to end the game. It scares me going into the playoffs because you like, oh shit, here they go again. Here they go again. Yeah, it get weird around this time of year for the band. And this is a team that you got to keep an eye on when the playoffs start because they've never won a playoff game. And I would think by looking at the bracket that this could be the first season, that they get out the first round, but they playing a sneaky team that's up and down, and I'll get to that in a minute. But I'm a little nervous for the band going into the playoffs because giving up that game was not a good sign for them. Hitman pressure. Hitman wins this game, improves to I want to say they're 6-2 on the season. Pressure did not win a game this season. Where we at with them? Where is Pressure? Oh no, Pressure is 2-6. They won 2 games. Yeah, me too. But Pressure isn't making the playoffs. Hitman for sure secured a decent seed going into the playoffs, so we'll see what they got going on. Next game we have Open Bar Infantry. What I don't like about this game is Open Bar pretty much folded everything up. They closed the bar down. Didn't show up. They let one of they vets, quarterback. Oh man. We'll get to that. Yeah, they open bar just sent whoever to the field to play infantry. I understand you're not making the playoffs, but play your games. They pretty much gave infantry an easy pass with this one. I want to say infantry throttled them, scored like 40.
They pulled up damn near 50.
Yeah, it
That
was.
shit was like 46 or something. I looked up. I was like, what?
It got ugly. It got real ugly, and this kind of sparked infantry's energy on the day because they had a very good day. They played 2 games and won them both, but I'll get to that second game in a minute. Legacy versus Flagrant. This was a good game too. But the only thing, well, no, I can't say this was a good game. There was no Bobby. Vino quarterback, and it didn't look like he was going to score. I don't even know if he did end up scoring.
I think they did.
Yeah, I want to say they did, but I can't remember. I stopped watching because it was getting out of hand. And what makes this game interesting is because this was for the division. Division titles is for first place in the division. And what makes it interesting is coming into this game, Legacy was 4-3. Flagrant coming into this game was 5-1. Nope, 6-1. Yeah, 6-1. So playing for first in the division with those 2 records, Legacy gets the win and wins the division at 5-3. It's kind of crazy. 5-3, 6-2, but 5-3 wins the division. And this was a solid division. I want to say there is one more good team in the division that finished. Boom, yep, finished with 3 losses as well. So that's the top 3 for that division. It kind of sucks that for the division, Flagrant was. I want to say for both of their losses, I don't think Bobby was there. So it'll be interesting to see them going into the playoffs. He has to be there apparently because they can't function without their quarterback, as most teams can't. But this team is 0-2 without their quarterback, so they got to figure it out. But I think they're positioned for an interesting playoff run. So we're gonna see. Next up after them, we have Terror Squad and Playmakers. But Terror Squad won. The Band versus Demon Time. The Band got them out the way, finished their season at 6-2. Demon Time, good luck next season trying to figure it out. Y'all got some more experience out there, 8 more games to steal some plays, to watch some defenses. So I want to see what you learned next season. You had 8 games and you were in the best division. So if y'all weren't stealing plays all season, I don't know, man. Like, think about what teams were running against y'all. Watch other teams play. Steal all them plays. Make that your offense. Ain't no shame in it. Because if you run it and it's they play and it work, that's their fault. FS1 versus Stony. What was the score of this one?
32-6, I think.
Yeah, this got bad. Why did this game get so out of hand?
First of all, they had 6 people. They only had 6 people.
So you think they?
Well, six players. Say that.
So they just went on vacation last week. For the last week, they won the division already. It don't matter if we lost, we in the playoffs. Because they were at 1 loss, or no, they were 2 losses coming into this game, right?
Yeah.
So they finished the season 5-3.
Mm-hmm. So that shit just was what it was. Game was janky as hell. I mean, you had all that win, and they wore great, we wore great. Yeah. So we just wearing anything at that point. It was as janky as hell.
Malcolm, that is not true. All of your losses. Nope, Mike was definitely there for the FS1 game. So yeah, this one got out of hand, and y'all finished the season where you guys did. Woo. Yeah, so 7-1 for Stony going into it with the 2 seed.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a good season, man. After that first, so y'all on a 7-game win streak. After that first loss to Flagrant in week 1, y'all kind of been on a tear. Have there been any close games?
I mean, at the end, but in each game we done played, we done been up at least. We done been up at least 20 points every
At some point.
game. At some point. Well, I mean,
True. Well, it's a good season for the 2 seed. 1 loss. You know, you ain't mad at it. But he was there, Malcolm. Like, just come on, Malcolm. He was there. We were there.
yeah, you do not have a scores as ghetto, but I mean, what you want us to do, bro?
Yeah, that's diabolical on the league side. Like,
y'all straight up, hey, this team defeated that team, bro.
A2 ain't even give us scores. I would literally have to watch each game on YouTube, fast forward to the end, and I wasn't about to do all
I'm
that.
about to do it.
No,
They don't even be having updated on them.
But that just lets you know I thought about doing it. The fact that that idea just popped out like that, like yeah. Family versus Open Bar. Family obviously cruised past Open Bar because they did not come to play. So I'm gonna move on to the next game. And actually, this puts Family at 4-4 now, because obviously they dropped the earlier game to Mob Ties, and this win puts them in that 4-4 category where quite a few teams finished 4-4, and they had too many points allowed and ended up getting bumped out the playoffs with that Mob Ties loss. So yeah, Infantry versus Cartel. No one would go undefeated in the division. Yo, Danny Abato. In the division, in what division?
We got
Oh yeah, but nobody went undefeated.
In the division, we did.
I mean, if you want to get straight technical with it, didn't lose any in the division, but I said there would not be an undefeated team. I don't know. I feel like Danny Omiabato. I forgot I had a bet on this. Yeah. Hold on. Nobody was undefeated in this division because every team got a loss. You just didn't lose in the division. No team in this division is going to finish undefeated.
Tomato.
I mean, that's how you word
it. Yes. Technically, everybody lost the game. At least one. So wait, so who owed me a bottle? Cause who is Danny?
We gonna have to go. We gonna have to go back to the tape.
Who is Danny? There will be no under. Yeah, we definitely gonna go back to it because I want to know who owed me a bottle. Just bring it for Father's Day.
Danny is me.
Nobody calls you that. You be calling him Danny Doula? Yeah,
people call me Danny.
Who?
Diablo Danny.
Anyway, Cartel Infantry, man. So this is another one of those games where Infantry said, "Yeah, I ain't on that," and this was a second chance for them. Infantry went 2-0 on the day. They beat us. This was for sure must win. We had the chance to put Infantry out the playoffs, and we couldn't. Thinking about this game, I want to say we made the same mistake 420 made a couple weeks ago playing T1T. First possession, we drive, get to the matter of fact, first play of this game, I get blown up. It was the nastiest hit that it was a good hit. Like I'm still sore. So to me, I'm like,
send a message.
Yeah, I'm like fool out here trying to set a tone. I mean, I'm not ashamed. It happens. That's not the anyway. So all right, cool. That happens. We drive, we get to the red zone, we get hella opportunities, don't score. They get the ball back on the 2-yard line. The mistake we made, and I'm on the sideline and I look up, Infantry run their first 2 plays, they don't really move. And then they sent Swag on a blitz on third down. And I'm watching from the sideline. I'm like, hey, yo, why we just blitz? On third down, it's 3rd and 15 at the 5. And it's their first possession. So now it's 4th down, 4th and 15 on the 5 on their first possession. And we got to blitz again. Because if they pick up this first down, it's like we just wasted it. So obviously we blitz again. We get the sack on the 1-yard line. And we score, right? But now we out of blitzes. And I feel like that changes the game. Yeah, because at this point, and it's a very slow game. At this point, we scored first, then they scored. Then we scored, then they scored. So it's 14-14 late. Slow ass game. I'm talking about penalties slowing the game down, 4th downs. It's taking all the time on the clock. There were not too many possessions in this game. So fast forward, we score to tie it up, 14-14. Late in the game, Ron gets the ball back with 2 minutes left, I want to say. Starts driving. Now, same situation. He's at the 25 or something. It's 4th and 15. And they have to pick up this first down to continue that drive or Cartel wins. As a matter of fact, we were up 14-12 at this point. 4th and 15 with no blitz. They ended up picking up the first down first and then ran it up for another 45 yards. Get down there and end up scoring with like 36 seconds left or something like that. Not enough time for us to try to score. We end up not being able to score, and Infantry wins 20-14. Oh yeah. We don't know who the conqueror is, bro. We
be taking shots.
Yeah, we've been trying to figure it out all season. So good luck if you can pull out some more information. Yeah. So Infantry keeps their season alive with this win. Ron is riding high into the playoffs. This was a big confidence booster for him because all season they've had opportunities to win some games. It's come down to that last drive where he wasn't able to figure it out, wasn't able to punch it in the end zone. And, shit came together at the very end of the season in a clutch moment against the defending champions, against a team that, against the Cartel. He pulled out a win in a game-winning drive. So he's riding high. Confidence is up going into the playoffs. And, they punched their ticket to get in, so they keep their season alive. Last game of the day at 6 p.m., Legion of Doom versus Pressure. I think at this point, people were like, it's Legion of Doom and Pressure. We're not staying for this. I think the only people that were there were family members and friends of family and people on the roster of Legion of Doom and Pressure, and the refs, and maybe Joey and his family, and the vendors that were still there. But yeah, Legion of Doom gets the win, finishes their season at 5-3, and punches their ticket to the playoffs. Look, now Ron lit. Right. Come on, fire off some questions, y'all. Y'all ain't asked nothing controversial. I want to hear. So just looking at the conference, let's look at that Harry division stacked up on the end of the season. So AK Digital finished 7-7 against the rest of the other three conferences. 3-2 versus Credit Geeks, 1-3 versus Full Clip, and 3-2 versus My Block, My Hood, My City. Cartel finishes in first in this division at 7-1, going 5-1 in the division. Reckless at 6-2 at 5-1 in the division. All right. Look, Ron, get the fuck out of here, bro. Be cool, Ron. Be cool, Ron. So you pissed me off, and I ain't even drinking. Mob Ties at 5-3, 3-3 in the division. Infantry at 4-4, 4-2 in the division. Family at 4-4, 3-3 in the division. Southside at 2-6, 1-5 in the division. Open Bar at 1-7 at 1-6 in the division. Um, Open Bar kind of surprised me. I did not see them only winning one game. I for sure had Southside finishing beneath them. The family not making the playoffs was, another surprise for me in this division. Yeah, they underachieved for sure. So I'm curious to see how Dre and the gang bounces back. See if they make any roster moves. See what experience they got. See if they learned anything. Reckless, they did what they do. They typically finish towards the top of the divisions that they're in, whether they damn near win them or they in second and third in a tie to be in straight second or whatever it is. So they have a solid defense. They've had one for the past few seasons, I want to say. They play hard, and in this division, they handled the games that they had to handle.
Never beat us.
Let's see. I'm just making this rivalry as alive as well. The rivalry. They won 4 games. How you got a rivalry? Like, you just went to quarterback, Ron. Like, you can't have a rivalry. You just play it one season. Yeah, you got about 4 more days. Credit Geeks went 8-6 versus the other divisions, 2-3 versus AK Digital, 2-2 versus Full Clip, and 4-1 versus My Block, My Hood, My City. T1T finished first overall in the league at 8-0, going 6-0 in the division. Hitman at 6-2, 5-1 in the division. Legion of Doom at 5-3, 4-2 in the division. Habibi finished 500 with 4-4, 3-3 in the division. They were pretty consistent with that 500. Terror Squad finished 3-5 at 3-3 in the division. All their wins came in the division. Pressure at 2-6, 2-4 in the division, and Playmakers are winless on the season. Playmakers was pretty much on par. Playmakers and Pressure were pretty on par with how I thought they would finish. And Terror Squad too. I want to say 1, 2, and 3 pretty much are right on par with how I expected them to. One of y'all niggas come open the gate. Wow.
They is outside. Them niggas is outside. They probably looking at you like, hey, fam, you got that Nike bag too, bro? Is you cool?
Hey, my dog ain't called nobody. He said, come open the gate. Fool commented like, come get me. That might be the greatest comment ever left in the comment section. Like, fool, legit. It's communicating. I like it. Yeah, I thought Legion of Doom would have finished 6-2, but they dropped and smoked that earlier game, the Terror Squad. I don't know if they relaxed or what it was, but they're right on par with how I thought they would have finished. I think that's the most surprising team in this division, but I feel like I saw it. I knew Hitman would handle business in this division, having the season that they had last season. And then T1T, I knew that they would. I didn't see them losing a game in this division. Maybe their crossovers, I thought it was a possibility. I said they can go 7-1, 8-0, and they held up their end of the bargain. So this was a division for T1T to win. I think they got 4 teams in the playoffs out of this division. Out of Credit Geeks, yeah, it's just 4. AK Digital has 4 as well. So we're going to go ahead and move on to the Full Clip division. Finished 10-4 against the other divisions, and it should be 2-1 versus AK Digital. But again, I said this was the strongest division. I feel like they had the toughest schedule just because each team in that division, besides 2, were playoff teams. Each team pretty much, well, besides the band, the band gets there. They just don't win that first game. But that 5 in there have pretty much all have playoff experience every season. BJ Armstrong on the Hornets runner. Oh Jesus. So Stoney finishes 7-1, 6-0 in the division. The band finished 6-2, 4-2, same record as Loaded. But band has the head-to-head against Loaded, so the band finishes in second. FS1 at 5-3, at 3-3 in the division, and I feel like FS1 smoked a couple games that they didn't necessarily have to. This last one, them not showing up, I really wonder what that would have looked like if FS1 had showed up full strength and played, because not only did they have 6 people, I feel like both quarterbacks could have been there. They could have had some change of pace. I don't know. We just don't know how that game would have looked, but they went and did they load management. Did enough to not forfeit, so they won't owe any money. But you know, they took their loss and just went to the playoffs. Like, all right, now do it again. Loaded. I think it was a good season for Loaded. You know, I gave the quarterbacks a pretty tough time.
Yeah.
I think I gave the Loaded quarterbacks a tough time, but they did enough to go 6-2 in this division. That's not easy. So this is still a team. It's a well-rounded team. I really don't have too much else to say about it. You know, they listen to everything that's said about them, and they just show up and play. They don't whine about it. They ain't hitting me up, texting me, asking why I'm saying this and that. They just go out and play some football. This is last year's runner-up. They back in the playoffs again. I think last year they came out of nowhere and made it to the championship game. So they're used to being overlooked and things like that. So they're looking to make another playoff run. We're gonna see what they do. I want to see what FS1 looks like in the playoffs, because you know Grady's hasn't had that good of a success in the playoffs. But then you got Dedrick, there with him, who's made it to 2 championship games, I want to say. Maybe more than that. No, it might be. No, he's made it to more than 2, but a vet, a lot of playoff experience. This is a mashup of a few teams, and I was actually pretty surprised to see how well they gelled together. They really didn't have any issues on their sidelines, on who playing, what units in. They rotated players. You know, they didn't have issues with the quarterback situation. So yeah, I want to see what FS1 does in the playoffs. Yeah. And then 420, they kept that season alive. You know, as terrible of a week that they had last week, they did what they had to do against the band last week of the game to get themselves in. And then they got us first round. So this nigga was out here pouring shots. That's how you enter a room. What's up, brother? Finger. Yeah, let's take the shot. Damn. I need to steal this fan. Well, now I had it pointed over there. Yeah.
He immune, so you ain't got to put it.
Grab a shot, y'all. Come on, let's get this out the way. Yeah, but I don't remember. Another glass. I don't know what it. Yeah, it's a little yellow.
I ain't really a drinker no more.
It ain't Blanco, so
I ain't really a drinker.
yeah, this ain't Blanco. You're not a drinker, bro. So you stopped drinking and started wine?
I'm a beer nigger now.
Beer nigga. How you know she won't drink? How you just gonna put some juice in it?
She don't drink like that. It's still left up.
What is that? What is it?
This was some.
All right, well, I'm gonna take this shot. Malcolm just damn near fucked my hand up.
I didn't know your hand was fucking.
That's how good.
Put
I
your
was,
hand.
I was a little excited. All right. My block, my hood, my city. Went 4-10 against the other divisions.
Trash ass division.
Yeah, it was tough, man. 4-10 against the other divisions, 2-3 versus AK Digital, 1-4 against Credit Geeks, 2-3 versus Full Clip. The division winner was 5-3. 5-1 in the division.
Division to go 4-10
Yeah,
versus everybody else is crazy.
yeah. I mean,
It's crazy.
this is that just mean they got it on in the division.
But this shit is the AFC South. Ass.
It was like that this season, man. Woo, you call him AP? We ain't had an AP sighting. We ain't had an AP dropping out in a few weeks. You start, yeah. See, I think liquor is bad for the show, man.
That's why I don't drink no more.
Shit go off the wall.
Shit start going left.
Shit get out of hand. But Flagrant at 6-2 in second place in the division, 5-1 overall in the division. Boom finished 5-3, 3-3 in the division. Even went 3-5, 3-3 in the division. Hard to guard, same record. Bad Intentions went 2-6, 2-4 in the division, and High Speed at 2-6, 1-5 in the division. I want to say preseason, I picked Flagrant to win it. You know, this came down to a head-to-head matchup with them and Legacy, and they lost. Granted, they didn't show up full strength, but Legacy did what they had to do. They knew they had a game that Sunday. They showed up with who they needed to show up with. So that's all you could chalk it up to. They knew they had a game. They didn't schedule a vacation or what have you that day. But I guess, for Flagrant, they okay with that, So ain't my team. I don't know. Boom finishing third. I want to say I had them just about right here. I might have had Hard to Guard switched with Evil. But I think this kind of fell in line with how I predicted it to go. Legacy, Flagrant, I think they were both like interchangeable with my predictions. But everything else pretty much falls in line. They have 3 teams in the playoffs. So matter of fact, let me see. Full Clip has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the playoffs, and this division has 3. Yeah, so I guess it's pretty spread out. The first 2 divisions they got 4, the next one had 5, and this one got 3. So as strong of a division that it was for a Full Clip, they still only got 1 more team in than the rest of the divisions. Legacy might have been the 16 seed if they lost this game. Maybe. It depends on, the points allowed. 16 seed or just out the playoffs. So, shout out to Flagrant relaxing and giving Legacy a chance, because, apparently it was a day of giving niggas a chance on Sunday.
No, for real.
That actually happened quite a bit across the league.
All I said was that the division was ass. I didn't say that Flagrant was ass. I didn't say that Legacy was ass. I said the division was ass.
Is the division really ass though?
So that the division go 4-12, the division is ass. Like you can't be it can't be any more black and white than that.
All the losses in the division was out of the division. Crossover.
Y'all can't beat nobody from nobody else.
I lost it. Quarterback.
Flagrant beat us, and they ain't have nothing.
They want y'all.
Me too.
Y'all lost y'all Bobby. Me too. We beat them like
We'll kick y'all ass.
Yeah, Bobby was there for the stuff. Yeah.
Oh, he was there. So.
Yeah, it was everybody else that wasn't there. Yeah. Whoa, what is going on here? Second toughest behind Full Clip. Wait, you think my block, my hood, my city the second?
That's gotta be what he's saying. But see, here's my thing with you.
All right, so Thomas, you think my block, my hood, my city is the second best division because they are 4-10 against every. I mean, it could have been matchups, but from top to bottom, Let's see. Looking at it though, fair, but it depends on who played these other teams from the other division.
It doesn't matter who you play.
Y'all can only beat up on each other.
Who is y'all crossover?
Flagrant.
Everybody had two crossovers.
No, I think it's one of them.
Everybody had two crossovers.
Somebody said it was a different.
Everybody had two crossovers, bro. So yeah. What up, Cordero? It's an argument for second. I don't know if I'm gonna go with that though. Because it's so many factors saying that they're not. They have 3 teams in the playoffs, and they're 4-10 against the rest of the league.
Division out of all the divisions that got a losing record against everybody else. G.
Yeah.
Like, what are we talking about?
Yeah.
4-10, 10-4, 8-6, 7-7. These the only motherfuckers that ain't got no. This ain't no.
But look at the teams, bro. Stop it. Come on.
That's why it's not the second best division.
Y'all know Harley Garden is not that bad. For
Look
real.
at ours. And ours went 10-4 against everybody else.
Evil would have fucking beat who they supposed to be. They'd have been in.
But they're not.
All right,
But they're not. Yeah, y'all right. But off we going off stats, y'all right.
I mean, yeah, you just
Yeah, you're right. You
numbers don't be lying. That's one thing.
Yeah, we ass cheeks. But yeah. I know. I'm saying ass cheeks. I ain't gonna say what the fuck you.
So let's look at the playoff picture. Let's see what we got. We might as well give them more of a screen here. First round starts on Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to all the guys that are dads, everybody with a dad, granddad, family member that's a dad, anybody that you feel me?
Damn.
Happy Father's Day. And it's also Tisa's birthday. So shout out to Tisa. She will be drinking Hennessy all day.
She looking for
So yeah, it's gonna be a bit of a celebration this weekend. Iniesta, yeah, that made my stomach turn. What up?
I had Henny. What was that thing we had? Was it Sunday? Bro, anyway, that shit was terrible.
Yeah, man.
I'm like, bro, I can't have this shit. This shit is terrible.
Should be kicking ass now.
How hard we got to bro.
Yeah, burnt out.
We had a whole movement for Henny, bro.
Burnt out, man.
No more.
I can't do it.
And Henny was different.
That shit is diabolical, bro.
That shit is disgusting.
And then even when I was drinking Henny, I never would take shots because that's too much. And now people be like, yeah, let's take shots. And no, bro, I can't do it. I didn't do it when I liked Hennessy. I'm definitely not doing it now.
It's goofy shit.
Yeah. So, all right, who got this first game on
And
Sunday?
I'm not doing it no more. I love my body.
Yeah, we one of the guys. At 9 a.m. we got LOD versus the band. First, and we can go kind of give me the small screen and get them. Oh, Jesus Christ!
At least that's only on your screen.
Right? Jeez, you probably just would have made them dizzy.
Yeah, I did.
Damn.
But it's ass. I can't see. Just me thinking about Hennessy got me in here.
I love the fact she called you out. Only you. Cool.
That shit terrible. I can't do it no more, bro. I don't like it. I don't like you niggas that keep doing it.
And Angel might have been. Angel was the first Henny sis.
We just moved on from Hennessy, okay?
Angel was the first Henny sis.
We just moved on from Henny. Like it's
Graduated.
I hope y'all can see. Y'all, yeah, they can see this.
my little cousin in the comments going crazy.
Yeah, boy, you know, you're number one fan. I mean, you're number one fan. You about to get in there and say fuck them niggas in the
Hey, look. So we got at 9 a.m. we have LOD versus the band.
Listen, bro.
The band. This is their
Listen,
season
bro.
to get out the first round.
That's a good matchup. That's go
This is
LOD.
this the season.
Nah,
It's for them to get out the first
this
round.
shit's not sweet.
This the
Go LOD.
It's
it's,
9 a.m.
it's not a this is not an easy game.
Now the 9 a.m.
LOD got some players. They got some bets on them with
Buki and
Buki
Dave,
and Dave.
Let's go
This
LOD.
ain't no sweet
Charlie
game.
Ward.
Let's go LOD.
This ain't no sweet game. I'm gonna take the band.
LOD was wild last week. They ended up making a quarterback change because Justin Dreyfus was tweaking out there in these streets. They're too inconsistent for me to pick them. As wild of a first round history that the band has, I'm gonna go against history and say this is the season they change all that. Brandon gets to go against his first coach out there at Flag, Mike Singleton. Yeah, but the band got a new defense with Brandon on it. Brenthia, Fallon, Nay. This is arguably the best receiving core for ladies out there. I think the band is able to get out the first round this season and finally make it to turf. Thomas get to wear his nice cleats and clothes this season, finally making it to the turf. I think they get out the first round. What y'all think?
I want them to lose.
One of those?
Yes.
Because
I'm bracket wise.
So
I fuck them. I love Blake. I love all that, but I'm looking bracket wise.
Oh, I thought you was on some revenge shit because you
I'm
got
on some
gentrified
bracket.
up out of there.
I'm on just bracket group.
Yeah.
I'm all bracket.
I'm like,
group.
damn, you ain't let that shit go? You ain't let that shit go yet?
No, it's not personal at all. It's all bracket. It's all business.
Let's take a
It
shot
ain't personal at all.
to
It's
Malcolm
all-
with the forever hate.
That's all bracket. It's not
You scared
personal.
of playing them?
No.
He rather not though.
Why not? Why would you if you had to?
He rather
Okay,
not.
That's stupid. Because they good. But yeah.
All right, so that's at 9 a.m. And I'm guessing we just got one game at a time. So every game is gonna feel like the prime time game. Ain't nobody else playing. First of all, I don't think it's not gonna be packed at 9 a.m.
Your cousin said, boy, y'all going for a sweep. Let me tell y'all go against y'all going for a sweep. Man, bro, you get this one game, I guess.
Yeah, I was about to say, get the brooms out. He said what he said.
He said what he said.
I nigga think you hooping.
Hey man. Anyway,
He said it don't matter what you doing, G. Sweep.
you get swept in a game. It's crazy. So every game is prime time. At 10 o'clock, we got Reckless versus Flagrant. Now these are I like this
Two
one.
teams that really hate each other.
Yeah, they be going back and forth for sure with the talking. So yeah, I'm gonna go Flagrant just because Reckless's offense playing against this defense. This every time Flagrant and Reckless play against each other, Flagrant kind of clamps them up.
Sneaky game.
Yeah,
Real sneaky game.
I don't think it's sneaky. I think
they
the last time they played each other wasn't close either.
Everybody up. Like,
gonna beat them.
It's playoffs. They got to be there.
yeah, I got Flake.
No doubt in my mind.
I don't know if it's a nasty word. I feel like it's
They gonna. I think
It's-
Flagrant gets them
it's-
out the way.
it ain't out of hand, but it's we know Flake.
I think Flagrant gets them out. I think they get them out the way.
Nasty word.
Yeah, I think they get them out the way. Damn.
Bust.
All right, 11 p.m. We got Infantry versus Stony.
I thought we played at 1. Boy, I would've been
Oh,
late.
my bad.
Oh, I was about to say, boy, I was going to be late as hell. Oh, shit.
That's my bad. These letters small. We got Habibi versus T1T at 11.
Oh, shit, because I definitely went for the get it out there.
What Pino say?
I don't know who the fuck that is.
Anyway, T1T and Habibi. I think T1T gets them out the way. They run this game back from this previous week. We got a preview of how T1T plays against Habibi, and I don't think Habibi. It's the playoffs. So why are we questioning? But it's the playoffs. I don't expect. Maybe, but they as a whole, you're not gonna be missing too many people. go 8-0 and then everybody on vacation first round. I think that'd be crazy work right there.
But they just played BBA like
Yeah, but you ain't scheduled a vacation after you just beat them like you was already scheduled. Nah. Happy birthday, Gene.
I've seen it. Like Gene's birthday, they like, fuck it, we got it.
Yeah, today is Gene's birthday.
They gonna get lit on Saturday. Play a BB tomorrow.
Man, they gonna get them people out the way, man. I don't think Habibi has enough. So that's 11. At 12 o'clock, we have Boom versus Legacy. Now this is a trap game. I think so. That's what he don't
We're
know.
gonna have Mike. Who's gonna be there?
Dang, you had a shift on Sunday?
I always got shit on Sunday.
I mean, you'd be surprised how many people do it. I know people use their FMLA every Sunday to take off.
I wasn't gonna do it, but people that can't make it, so I gotta try to make it.
Dang, PTO is crazy. But I mean, I guess FMLA is unpaid, so
do it, but I had to look at the schedule and I see people like, hey,
man,
I
look.
And they got like legitimate real jobs. I'm like, shit, I had to call up.
No, hey, get
Your
a
little cousin sitting in the chat.
hey, get this guy out of here. Man, he at the crib drinking. It's bedtime, man. Go do something.
I
You guarantee that?
I think this game is close.
Not getting them numbers, but I'm saying we're not losing.
I wouldn't expect them to beat Legacy, but this is not the same Boom team.
Ain't no cakewalk though. Chuck,
No, because I'm about to say you mess around with Chuck.
Yeah. I'm not gonna say it's no. Yeah, fuck out of here now. But we're not losing.
Lizzie out for the season. That might hurt their yeah, you know, their morale defensively. Deson, stop, bro.
All right, bro. All right, bro. Trying to get my man screen time. He active.
You gonna have somebody comment and get into it with him. But yeah, I'm gonna take Legacy. I think Legacy. I'm gonna give them the nod because they're the veteran playoff experience. I don't see Mike losing in the first round to Boom. I think Boom has a few things to figure out and be more consistent on before they, take that next step and get to the turf.
Ain't no cakewalk.
No, I don't think so either.
I'm not even gonna act like no.
Because this is a game that they
That's
can
not
win.
the
If y'all get
Boom.
the tweaking and letting D-Baby
Bullshit.
quarterback,
I know that for sure.
y'all get the tweaking.
Lost the Eagles.
Mm-hmm. Evil and fucking FS1. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right.
Ain't sweet,
So
but
that's
we-
at 12. At 1 o'clock, we go back to the Stony versus Infantry. Infantry confidence is through the roof right now. They just beat the Cartel, keep their playoff hopes alive. Now they going up against Stony. Ron is the quarterback. This is his former team's his first year quarterback. Confidence is high. If I was a betting man, I'm taking Stony because I don't see them winning one back-to-back weeks. Two, I don't see them beating Stony. I don't see it. So I'm gonna say Infantry season ends here. They're gonna do what they can, but this one might get out of hand. I think this probably could have been at 9, 10 o'clock, but we gonna see. I don't think Ron is gonna be able to keep up with Stony.
Flat out.
In my funeral. That's at 1 o'clock.
Ron King is crazy. He just changed his name, bro, because it was King before.
Somebody called him Kang earlier, so he changed. You ain't no Kang. I don't know, Ron.
That nigga though, they cut his ass from the storyline.
Good win Sunday, Ron, but I think it's over, bro.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna
That
hold it.
nigga, I can't
You
already
can
know.
put that shit in y'all group chat. It don't fucking matter.
Yeah, so that's the 1 o'clock game. At 2 o'clock, we have
Said he Ant-Man.
Hitman versus Mob Ties.
Hitman versus Mob Ties. I like this game.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I'm going with my nigga Ken. Let's go, Ken.
I'm going Mob Ties too. I gotta go Mob Ties. I gotta fuck with Ken, bro. I fuck with Mob Ties.
Let's go, Ken.
I'm gonna go Hitman, bro.
I got you.
I'm gonna go Hitman, and I think DC is exceptional. That defense is kind of rolling right now, man. Yeah, I don't. And I'm not even a fan of Juice with this quarterback change that Hitman got. The offense looks a little different, but it's working for them, which is really all that matters. They finished 6-2 to be in this position. Yeah, I think Hitman puts together a good game, and gets to turf for 2 seasons in a row. I think they pull that off.
You get to turn 2 seasons in a row. With a different quarterback.
Yeah,
It's like a big fuck you, Rambo.
Yeah, but to double down on that, at the captain's meeting, jokingly, Ari was walking by and somebody said, y'all bogus for cutting Rambo. He got y'all to the turf and then y'all cut him. And his response was, man, fuck Rambo. He ain't take us nowhere. We took his ass to the turf.
Jeez.
And
he stood on that shit.
Yeah. Hey, G, stop posting this nigga comments, man.
My bad, bro. I'm not beating him up.
All right, that's my sister. Like, yeah, cut it out.
You beating him up, bro.
Beat me up is crazy, first of all.
Online. Say it online.
How you typing, bro? But what was I saying? So yeah, he said we took Rambo, and then to stand on business how y'all did all season, going 6-2 with I want to say a favorable matchup. I think it's a good matchup, but y'all are favored to win this game with a chance to make it to the turf again. Shout out to Ken though, making the playoffs. 2 first season quarterbacks made it to the playoffs, which is not easy to do. 1, being in that top 16, and 2, this is your first season. Typically, new quarterbacks don't do too well. But Ryan has not quarterback 7s.
Yeah, I get you a whole season.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, shout out to Ken and Montez. That is at 2:00. The 3:00 game is the Cartel versus 420.
Oh boy.
And
this game is gonna be.
Sure.
This is the first round.
Didn't we played them entirely too much in the playoffs?
That's true. And they haven't beat
We played them last season first round.
you. You did?
How'd it go? Y'all getting mad? I know y'all won.
Nigga, did we lose in the first round?
No. See, I didn't know. I didn't say.
How did it go?
I didn't say that y'all lose. I said what y'all lose.
Y'all played them last year in the first round?
Yeah, I didn't say they beat them. I
don't know why I thought
out of there though. We didn't even get them out of there. It's 2 different things. That's all I asked.
You sure?
That's my question. Y'all got them out of there, or y'all beat them?
It was one of those seasons. It might have been the spring season. But we definitely played them in the first round recently. We've only played on turf.
Out of there.
So we played 3 times on turf then. I remember one year we played them for my birthday.
I remember y'all beat them in the Elite 8. I think it was Elite 8.
I know when y'all played them at Morgan Park, that shit got dark.
That was turf though. That was turf.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying, because he said they only played them on turf.
It got busy. Yeah, it got bad.
Yeah, Morgan Park got dark. But I mean, so just from what I'm hearing, quite a few people, once the bracket came out, came and told me like, hey man, Woo talking a little crazy, man. I just saw him at 5. He said he got this shit figured out. So but their confidence, they feel like we pussy. And they just gonna have to show us, because we showing up, and how we get around this time of year, we screaming the land in 4. 420 just got in the playoffs to keep their playoff hopes alive. I still think that they're a dangerous team. I'm gonna double down on. I don't necessarily like their defense. It hasn't impressed me all season. They went 500. In a very tough division, I'll throw that in there, but they still made the playoffs. They won the games that they needed to get in. So from here, it's one game at a time. There is no tomorrow. I'm pretty sure they're gonna give it all they got. It's been tough, pretty much every time we've played them. Yeah, but we gonna I expect us to come out and play cartel playoff football. Buckle down. We had a solid season, had a hiccup at the end, but yeah. See you on the turf, Conqueror. Kenny sound real familiar, like he knows, right? It's like, see you on the turf. Like, is this fan? Yeah, like he said that real familiar. Like,
The Kenny ain't y'all cooking.
what Kenny? You know something, bro?
Ain't the Kenny that cook?
Nah, this mob ties Kenny.
Okay, that's my.
Cartel Kenny? Who is that?
The nigga that be cooking.
That's Mike.
No, it's the other nigga that be
Kenny used to play hard.
that would do the raps and shit. But he be always with y'all.
What you talking about?
He be with cartel.
I'm thinking about the Kenny that cook. No, you not talking about Kenny that cook.
Who? Yeah,
How
hey,
you know who?
back up a little bit, bro. Back up.
He with cartel. He was swagging them all the time too.
Back up, bro.
He be at
No, bro.
no, he be at
No, bro.
he be at Sweeney Town all the time. So he was
No,
swagging, that's what
bro.
I'm saying.
That's the 3:00
He never
game.
played.
I got the cartel. Who y'all got?
He said cartel. Who? 20.
I'm taking it.
Show about y'all be a Sunday.
Cartel went scoreless in the last half. They played against the blue team and didn't lose. You say what?
Ain't the same defense though.
It's not.
Oh yeah,
You gotta beat us.
It's playoff y'all.
I'm saying not y'all. I'm talking about football. It ain't
Oh.
the same defense that y'all play.
I mean,
I got y'all.
I want to say it's 420. Yes.
I'm gonna take y'all because for me, I'm gonna take cartel because like I gotta see like 420 gotta show.
Yeah. 420 been so
So you gotta show.
inconsistent this season.
yeah. Well, I mean, we gonna see. Are they ready yet?
A lot of random people you have no idea what they are.
Yeah, they be pulling motherfuckers off the street.
Wow, guys, you said
They got
guys
nigga out there with a neon.
I'm definitely roster checking. If I ain't gotta put no extra miles on, I'm roster check. Let's go ahead and get up out of
Nigga out there
here.
with a neon green. That's out there nigga playing. I'm like, who the fuck is this nigga?
Man, I swear to God.
Hey,
I'm like, who the
that nigga making plays though. I'm like, who is this nigga?
Because every time I step on the field, I get hurt now. So if I ain't got to play, roster check. Let's go ahead and get to this next week. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm calling.
They was.
Yeah. Well, if 420 feels like they figured something out, they're gonna have to show us on Sunday. We're gonna see. It's gonna be hot as fuck. It's gonna be a long day. But it's gonna be Father's Day.
Oh, y'all play late too.
Yeah, we got the 3:00
That's
game.
gonna be. That's gonna be.
Yeah, so
Ooh.
tents out.
High
The
sky.
tent's gonna be out. So this game at 4:00, and I like it because for both teams, I really want to see what they about. Loaded FS1.
It's a rematch.
Yeah, it's playoff time.
Loaded be the last time I think Loaded gonna be up again. I think Loaded just.
I want to see everybody there. Both teams.
See, this is gonna be interesting because Grady going out in the first round again is, this has been happening quite a bit. He's had some tough matchups, and then he got Dedrick over there with him. So I wonder who's gonna quarterback one.
Right.
It's probably be Grady. It'll probably be Grady.
They struggling. They gonna make the change. I'm asking, like, they struggling. They gonna make the change.
Dedrick not even suiting up, nigga.
He probably ain't. Jordan, he probably going somewhere with
They're just
Jordan.
waiting on Grammy.
But let's talk about that grimy thing in a second. 1 second. I'm glad you brought that up.
That shit was so. All right, go ahead.
I'm going no, I'm not going FS1. I'm going one to wait, what? I don't expect they know they got a game Sunday. I think their quarterbacks, both of them will be there. I'm taking Loaded. I'm gonna take Loaded.
I got Loaded too.
I think it'll be a close game. I think this would be
I got
this one deserves to
I
be
got
the 4
Loaded.
o'clock.
Yeah, that's
That's a good game.
Yeah.
I mean, actually, by then.
So that's the first round.
Nigga, fuck out here.
It's gonna be hot. It's gonna be Father's Day. Bring the dad some drinks. You know, shout out to all the dads out there at the field. Nah, I ain't giving godparents. Ain't no godparents day. Strictly for the dads. Nope. Godparents don't get shit. Godparents deserve a day.
Good one.
Have a baby.
Not the bad ones.
No, have a baby. No
Good ones. That it matters. You got boo that guy.
So since it came up, let's talk about this Grimy thing. Announcement goes out, Grimy is back. So you're like, oh shit, Grimy back. Then you think about it. You really think about it. We about to go into the first round of the playoffs. People on those rosters, on that Grimy roster, are spread out throughout the league right now, and quite a few of them made the playoffs. So you kind of wonder, like, what kind of conversations are these people on this roster having? Or did Rob just jump the gun and put out some information that he probably wasn't supposed to put out yet? Are people on these rosters having conversations like, yeah, we coming back? Like, as soon as this season over, we coming back. Like, you figure that out before. Like, what if your team wins the championship? Do you leave that team and go back to Grimy?
Looking at even people that used to play on Grimy.
Yeah.
You got side eye. You. What you want?
I've been that player. I've been the player on the side eye. The homies back in summer.
But they know that already though.
know
Like the homies
no,
play every
summer.
summer. You know we here for the spring. We don't have a team in the spring.
But I feel like people knew Grimy.
No, you
No,
didn't.
No,
you didn't.
No one.
No.
Damn, I thought people like
No.
Grimy might come back.
They didn't even stick together on teams that they went to. They dispersed. There is one Grimy person on FS1. Brandon went to the band. Tamika had been on 420 for a minute.
They
Sarah is she with Flagrant right now?
Yes.
Danny on hard to guard too.
KC on FS1. Oh, KC and Dedrick. I want
Carlton
ref. They got a couple.
Carlton ref.
Carlton the ref. This nigga reffing. Who is on this roster? Grimy. Who is on this roster? And every team that got a Grimy player probably lose the first round since they going back.
Wait a minute.
It's tough.
Wait a minute.
Wait, what?
Is that Rob?
Is it Rob?
We gonna be solid. We gonna be solid.
That ain't gonna say gonna be solid. To try Here we go.
Rob Folks. Rob fucking Folks.
I was saying we about
Wait a minute now.
Ain't nobody saying we.
You try to throw that low. You try to fix it. You fucked up.
Damn, your bird of the leaks. All your
KD shit.
all your racial comments coming out. Like, damn, folks,
Yeah, folks have been saying nigga this whole time. Now it's cool. We can bypass all the nigga comments now. It's Rob goof ass. See, man, all it took was to be patient. Be patient, y'all. He was gonna show itself eventually. I appreciate the dialogue. As soon as we got to talk about Grimy.
Now they stop talking.
Ain't shit to say. Oh, they own to me now. Log out. Look, he trying to switch to his real name account now. So he comment like, nah.
What y'all talking about?
It's got to be that nigga.
You put eyeballs.
Ain't nobody else claiming Grimy right now but Rob. Rob the only one on that roster.
Of course, I'm not Rob to say I'm not Rob.
Rob's the only one on that roster.
Now the Conqueror makes sense. It kind of makes sense now.
Hey, the Conqueror. How do you feel about middle linebackers?
They important or no?
Oh, middle linebackers.
male middle linebackers.
No, that shit ain't Dedrick. Dedrick ain't got time to do this shit.
Hell no. Hell no.
Dedrick's still in lane tech right now, drawing up plays.
He got Jordan doing push-ups.
Hey, get his break, get this thing out at the blocks. Hey, blocks. Can do better.
Oh, man.
But all right, we got Father's Day, Tissa's birthday. Nah, ain't shit to say.
He's like, they are on to me.
He got a burner account. It's over with. You might as well just switch it now, bro. We on to you.
They are on to me.
But all right, we got playoff football. Taylor Park Sunday, Father's Day. I drink tequila. I'm gonna just throw that out there.
Same.
Yeah. So you know,
who's on for the Chicago flag race?
Fair.
Our kids in the back tearing up the room and shit.
They definitely back there.
That was mad fun.
They about sleep. They for somebody that got DDT'd into a coma.
You scared of their sleeps. When I was like, damn, I'm scared. They quiet.
But yeah. Anyway, that's a throw off comment. We on to you already, bro.
It's you, bro.
How do you feel important? How important is it about flag pulling?
Where do you stand with A2?
Go ahead, Pat, my question.
Have you been at the field in the last 4 months?
Now we got questions.
I had to time my question. I had to ask it. I had to time my question.
You have to time your questions
I had
out.
to time my question. I just
You
asked it.
said the referee.
Yeah, just say what you-
Nah, I'm supposed to be in the play though.
How y'all feel about the ball on the ground rule for the hike? Should we keep that?
Hike it from the ground?
Yeah. Should we keep it or?
I don't think it affected too much.
Yeah, I don't think.
Yeah. Just put the ball on the
No,
ground.
that shit made a difference, bro. As far as like, cause well, not in that rule particularly. That
I
blitz
thought in
rule.
the
The touch and the
first
blitz
week,
rule
you
that
could
made a
tell.
big difference.
Yeah.
So,
What Brandon
matter of
said?
fact, matching you two of y'all one of y'all are the top 5 rushers in the league. So as far as the
Post
we can't rush.
Post Brandon comment.
We can't rush.
That's a good one.
When people touch, you can't rush. You can keep that rule.
I'm okay with it because that translates to
If they touch each other,
the
you
Nationals
can't run
game.
straight
Man.
through.
So I'm gonna say this for those 2 points that you just brought up: snapping from the ground and
That affects y'all.
touching while you're lined up.
What?
It affects 2 rushers.
Say it again. What are you asking?
I asked 2 questions: the snapping from the ground, and as far as if you're touching, you can't rush through that line.
So I'm gonna address it as this.
One of the best rushers in the league.
I feel like both those rule changes should stay. For one, sevens in Chicago is that format is pretty much a format that came up and was made up here in Chicago. If you go out of Chicago and you play anywhere else, nobody else plays that format. So adapting and playing, snapping from the ground, getting used to that, getting people from Chicago used to that. I think that translates to the travel game, the Nationals game, the small ball game more, and that kind of helps us when we go to Florida in January or we go to these other tournaments. We start actually learning how to snap because right now, and by grace, it's just snapping from the ground. It ain't between the legs mandatory. Which when you go out of town, you gotta it'll change up everything. But I've seen some teams still snap between the legs. And just small stuff like that, I feel like it would help more people being able to snap the ball going play at Nationals. To address everybody touching and you having to go around strategically in the sevens game, it's more people because you got 6 receivers. So it changes the whole scheme of how are we going to blitz. I think it makes defenses have to think more outside of the box on how they use their blitzes, when they use their blitzes, and it makes offenses aware that it might be a blitz. So now you have to have an offense for a bunch formation at that specific time. A bunch formation in the middle of the field, a bunch formation at the goal line is totally different from a bunch formation at the 20 or the 40. So I think it makes these offenses have to get more creative in their play calling and the plays that they have. So I'm okay with the rule change.
All right, so what you're saying that because I'm going off of the no run rule, the new blitz rule, and the new snap from the ground rule. I think more rules is going towards giving defensive advantages and offense. Ain't no
Not necessarily.
Have changed, but No offensive rules been changed.
Yeah, I think both have to
Are
adjust.
you
To
trying to
it.
make it? It's like you think it's them trying to make it even?
No, I think it might be some kind
The
of.
rules been changed for offense, yes. It's all been defensive changes.
I don't think the rule changes are geared towards helping either offense or defense. I think the rule changes is to bring more experience of like I said, the like the travel to prepare people from Chicago for travel.
Make it worldwide. It's Olympic games now.
Yeah, because again,
Used to Olympic
our
games,
sevens
it's
format is
worldwide
made
games
up.
now. It ain't just Chicago and Florida and
We shouldn't be changing our game when everyone don't play nationals.
I'm just asking. I know because y'all rushing.
Quite a few of us
Russian
do
here and
play
there
at
is different,
nationals.
bro.
It's a lot of
That
people
shit is different.
that play at nationals, so I'm okay with that because
I like
you know
it.
it's. Hold on, Malcolm, step back a little bit. We shouldn't be changing our game when everyone don't play at nationals. I mean, I want to say it's a majority that does go out to nationals. We have hella teams to go, and I'm okay with that. You travel; these teams travel throughout the year. You got quite a few teams that travel throughout the year, and I'm totally okay with them adapting some of those nationals rules because, like I said, sevens in Chicago is a format that we kind of came up with. Less than 20% of the league plays nationals. It's okay.
It's about that bread, bro. Joey's trying to expand the brand.
Ball got a what?
Start turning
Do we
this
snap from the ground up north too? Yeah, I don't. Just adapt, y'all.
I mean, shit.
It's not that hard to snap from the
Even
ground.
high school girls,
hard at different.
Just
high school girls playing football, they
It
don't
makes a
change
big,
that
big
rule.
difference. It makes a big difference.
In high school girls playing football, now you got to snap that bitch between your legs. Like, hey, you can't just put it on the ground like we do.
yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, just y'all better be glad he didn't fully take that
It's going
because
worldwide now.
that'll change the game. Oh, next season that rule change with the shorts gonna come into play. Yeah. And if it is a pocket, you got to have it zipped. So y'all get ready for that because that will be here in the summer.
Joey thinking business wise.
Yeah.
Thinking business wise, I can throw a tournament in Chicago. We got consistent rules, so I can get more teams from Chicago leagues and more teams come from other states to play in Chicago shit. We've been doing this for a minute. We come here, we whoop our ass. They're like, "Fuck, I'm not going to Chicago shit."
I just
Bullshit.
the Russian league. I mean, that shit.
Yeah,
that shit don't
he's-
bother me.
he's trying to make
Saying
that
something
shit.
about them touching. Like, just what it
Yeah,
is.
it's
Yeah.
that type of shit though. I know it's Russia. That shit different.
I mean, at one point we were introduced to the blitz. We did not have a blitz some years ago.
Then we got two.
Now we got two, and at first it was we got them. It was all right. You could blitz one each half. Now then it went to you could blitz at any time, but you get two for the game.
I think it's going towards instant blitz.
No,
Now we get to that.
uh-uh. Mm-mm.
Because
Because you do that, now you gotta back the Russia up, make the East Saturday.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, now
But,
that's
you know,
changing the
it's-
game a lot.
That's gonna
Yeah.
change everything.
I don't see.
But I think he's gonna do that with like fives.
You already doing it with fives.
Yeah,
You do it
no.
with fives and not do it.
I think if you want that type of game, you just don't play five.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's
All right, so
actually
we have
one of the best rushers.
no more questions in the chat. I'm gonna let y'all go ahead and get out of here because this room is. They didn't. Yeah, they was real pussy today.
These are two that I marked, but I feel like we already.
Yeah,
I'm not thinking about.
Yeah, and we definitely not thinking about Ron.
Ron.
I think
No, I got a question.
he misspelled infantry.
How is the ref been this season?
The same as it's always been.
Yeah, I mean that's all.
Yeah.
They're
That shit
gonna
is
have
off
some
and
calls.
on.
You agree? They're gonna have some calls.
I feel like they've been a little better this season. They ain't been
Yeah,
terrible.
I mean,
They've been
it
bad
hasn't
some
been-
games,
It hasn't been
but-
terrible.
It's been up and
But
down.
it's-
That's all it
it's
is,
been
bro.
as bad as
Like,
That's all.
It's gonna be what it's gonna be.
yeah. Oh yeah, and Desan sleeping.
No, I mean, I just.
Hey, how do you fix the All-Star game?
Big y'all.
Have you
You
fixed
don't
All-Star
have
game?
All-Star games, though.
Like,
No, yeah, we do.
skills,
I'm saying you
like,
I mean,
what should we do?
fix it by
Like,
not having. it.
No, I mean, you just fix it by niggas playing.
That
Niggas
shit, like,
niggas don't be playing because they already lost
How do we fix it?
or they playing in the championship game.
My question is, how do we fix it?
What you mean? You
How do we
fix
get
it
more
by
participation? Like,
you part. If you make it, you play. That's how you fix it. If you make the All-Star game, you play.
a little cash up.
we did that
Yeah,
skill. We did that skill.
I say put some cash. in it.
No, and that
So you
too.
gotta just play.
But we did that skills challenge like one season.
So this what y'all do. This what y'all do. Everybody that's playing in the All-Star game, come with 5, put it on the game, and you got This team, the green team playing against the gold team, winner takes the pot. That's how you do it.
That's dope.
Now you got something to play for. Now you got something to play
Yeah,
for.
we had the skill championship. It was actually fun, but we never went back to it.
Not enough people want to race and see who's the fastest.
I see what you're doing here. Divide and conquer. Nice, you know. Nice.
I like the money. I like the pot. Everybody put in 5 and make it.
Damn,
fun.
the Ari and Laura. I like that though.
I like that.
I do like the Ari and Laura thing.
I like the winning team get a.
I'm kind of biased because.
What about the winning team get a bottle?
Why are you yelling over me, bro? We answering the question. This nigga, man. Ari and Laura. Projecting.
I don't need these on. I don't need you co-sign.
I
just said my bad.
Come on, G, it's a show.
I already said my bad.
Ari and Laura. I don't. Damn. I can't even say. They both make plays. They both can play defense. Not defensive players, but can and are capable. And I feel like DC, I was gonna call him D-Sign. DC is pretty inclined to throw to his wife. But Ari makes some fucking plays, boy. Like, when you hear about it, I don't know who I take. I don't know. That's a good one. I can't answer that. I'm gonna just say Laura because I'm biased. And since I'm biased anyway, I'm gonna continue to be biased and go Laura. Reckless versus playing women is interesting. Reckless defense of women hold. Yeah. I don't think the last one was close. I think Flagrant got them up out of here. But all right. Any more? What were you gonna say? Okay, cool. All right. Well, y'all have a good night. Again, we looking at Father's Day coming up. Happy Father's Day to all you men out there that have children. It'll be a day of celebration. Happy birthday today to Jean. Happy birthday on Sunday to Tisa. Who else's birthday is it? I think Esco birthday coming up. It's a lot of Geminis coming up. Yeah, Brandon and Labrenthia later this month, but Brandon's a Cancer though. But it's later this month. It's a lot of Geminis in the league. So, happy birthday to all the Geminis, everything that's going on. Y'all have a good night. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Make Chicago Flag Great Again. Y'all have a good night.